So here's the deck. Basically, we're going to want to get a Prospector onto the board along with a Putrid Goblin. And then we're going to want to cast First Day of Class. First Day of Class means we get unbound red mana by sacrificing the Putrid Goblin to the Prospector. And with infinite mana, we use the Invoker to kill the opponent. That's the plan. This hand is tough. We have Faithless Looting and Night's Whisper. I think we keep it. The Night's Whisper can draw us towards what we need. We have the First Day of Class. Thanks, Grey Fox. Let's get lucky. Plays Forest Arbor Elf. Okay. So opponent's removal spells are Lightning Bolt. That's basically it. Unearth. Okay, so we're having some trouble finding our combo pieces here. Next turn, we're probably going to go Night's Whisper, Faithless Looting. Turn 2, Blood Moon and Pauper. Let's go. They can go like Thermokarst here, Llanowar Visionary, but as long as they're just building up their side of things and not interacting with us, that's fine. If they're giving us multiple turns to put ourselves together, that's great. Okay, so let's start with Night's Whisper. Okay, we find one of the combo pieces, so we have 2 pieces so far. I kind of like Faithless Looting here instead of playing the Carnarium. We have a very full hand here. Okay, nice. So we have almost the full combo. Let's get rid of the Carnarium and the Mountain. We have a lot of red mana here available already. Blood Moon should do nothing in this format except for deal with Tron. Discard Putrid. That would be a pretty good option. We do have the Unearth here. But keeping the hand like this means that we are good against Lightning Bolt. We still need a piece. We're missing one piece. We have the infinite mana, but we don't have anything to do with it yet. But First Day of Class does get us some draws, gets us some looks. Because we can use the Introduction to Prophecy, and we can also cycle Unearth. Duress. Okay, so we play Prospector, we play Goblin, we sacrifice the Goblin. With the Persist on the stack, we cast First Day of Class, we make mana, and then we hope that we can find the last piece. And if we can't find it, we have the combo again next turn through one piece of Disruption. Okay, so first off, play Prospector. Play land. Play Putrid Goblin. Hold control. Sacrifice this for mana. Cast First Day of Class. Okay, we'll go get the Prophecy so we can draw cards. Or scry and draw. And then we also get Looting. Yes, that's true as well. Okay, always yield to that. And always yield to that. Let's go Lagosaurus. Introduction. We find the Matron. Okay, GG. On top. On bottom. A lot of clicks here. A lot of clicks, but we got the win. There it is. Nice. Thank you, not close. You are a kind opponent. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're playing against Ponza, which is land destruction deck, ramps into cascade spells. So let's see here. They're going to probably have some basic forms of removal. They're going to have Cannonade. So we could bring in Goblin Caves versus their Lightning Bolts and Cannonades. We have potentially Chirurgeon. I like Reaping the Graves here. Shred Memory, we don't need to hit their graveyard, but Shred Memory does get us first day of class. What about the Duress? I mean, it does potentially hit a few cards. I think the Unearth is probably better. Yes, it is, Mr. Grey Fox. I stole it from Weber. I saw him playing it, took a screenshot, and copied it. And I was bold about it, too. I told him right to his face, stealing your deck. Yeah, I saw Weber playing the list. It looks so cool. I immediately had to play it for myself. So we got two pieces of the combo here. We have Knight's Whisper to draw towards more pieces. I'm going to keep this. We got lands, we got pieces, and we have draw. All Brazilian players are playing with this now. It's a really cool list. Like, who wouldn't want to try it? It's super fun. And it gives you that Storm feel. I don't know if this deck is even fair, honestly. Okay, all we're missing now is first day of class. Yep. Removal heavy. That's definitely one option. Of course, you start doing that, you're going to get killed by Tron. Ooh, another Sprawl. Probably losing the red, or are you going to play something with that? Maybe like a Relic or something? Relic could be good. No Relic. Okay, what do we got? So let's see here. We play land. This puts us to 7. This puts us to 6. So we discard a card. We play Knight's Whisper. Let's just play the Putrid Goblin. Maybe next turn we just play Matron, start putting together the combo. Play Matron, go get the miner dude. Maybe. I mean, hey, I would watch it. The Epic Storm played Goblins. I would absolutely watch that. Okay, so they're keeping the 1 red mana up here. Could be nothing, could be Lightning Bolt. Another Carnarium. Let's go get other combo piece. Prospector. Go ahead. No attacks. Don't want to Don't want to put a counter on my Putrid Goblin here, if I can avoid it. Another Visionary, okay. Drawing cards, getting manas. Plays Forest. And keeps the red mana untapped. Okay. Still no first day of class. Let's cast Night's Whisper. See what we find. We get an Unearth. Okay, not great, but we could use that later. Let's get rid of... Or sorry, we gotta play a card. We're gonna play the Carnarium, and we'll have to get rid of some stuff. I guess we could play the Prospector, then we don't have to discard anything. We can keep the Unearth. And Unearth will bring back one card that they kill. So if they get rid of Skirk Prospector, for example, then I can bring it back. But we're not doing too much until we find first day of class. Yeah, if I didn't have Unearth here, I would not have cast the Prospector. No way. I would have kept it in hand. Three, four, five, six, seven. They have so many manas. They're going to be able to do their thing now. Turn 5, so, I mean, on turn 5, playing Boarding Party, that's totally fair. We don't really need the Matron anymore, so the Matron can block the Boarding Party if we want. Keep our life total high. Electrickery? Damn it. That kills the Matron. So I guess we can't block. I mean, we could block with Putrid Goblin, but then we lose the Putrid Goblin. I don't really want to have this come back with a -1/-1 counter on it, so we'll take all the damage here and hope we draw first day. Reaping the Graves. Don't think we brought in the War Marshal. We did not. So unearthing the Matron isn't that hot. We could like unearth Matron, get Prospector, play Prospector, which is better than unearthing the Prospector we have, I guess. Hempoos, thanks for the follow, friend. We could actually get Matron, play Matron, get Prospector, place Prospector. We have enough mana for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can set up some chump blockers this way. Oh, regen Goblin. Damn it. Yes. Yes, I do. Damn it. Goblin Chirurgeon. Yeah, that would have been pretty good. Just need first day. They've been keeping that one red mana open pretty much the entire time. Pretty sure they have Lightning Bolt ready to go for when we try and combo. See, like, they still haven't touched that Highland Forest. They're just leaving it there. Like, I have a Lightning Bolt. I'm ready to use it. Okay, so we can take 6, 7, 8. We can block 1. Taking 8 puts us to 3, so we died a Lightning Bolt that way, I guess, right? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we have to block both. And hope we get first day of class. And even then, I think we still lose. Because they have Bolt. Yeah, if we had grabbed the Chirurgeon there, we would still have the Chirurgeon. We could have sacrificed another creature, regenerate the Chirurgeon on that block. Okay, yeah, GG. Another Putrid Goblin. So we can actually block both boarding parties. We can Reaping the Graves as well. Get Prospector and Matron back. Getting double Prospector would have been better, probably. Yeah, I think you're right. It would have just been cheaper. What is Matron getting anyway? The reason I like the Matron is it chumps the boarding party basically for free. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got to block both the boarding parties coming in here. Definitely have to block here. The question is, how do I use the other one? Let's see here. If I block with Skirk Prospector, 1, 2, 3. I think I have to block with the Prospector. Keep this Putrid Goblin back just in case we draw first day. And if they have Bolt, we're dead. No Bolt. Okay. So, first day off the top. Let's go. Chirurgeon. Go ahead. We got to make a lot of blocks here, but hopefully we can end the turn with a Putrid Goblin and a Skirk Prospector in play. We got a lot of sacrifices to regenerate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should be able to survive at 1. Block here. Block here. Block here. I don't think it really matters how we block, as long as we block everything and then start regenerating. So let's see here. We sacrifice this to regenerate Prospector. We sacrifice Matron to regenerate this. And then we still have 1 left over. Okay, choose a target. This one. Sacrifice 1. This one. Choose a target. This one. Sacrifice 1. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter. This one. Okay. Last chance. Damn it. All right, GG. Yeah, and we have a lot of ways to find the combo. 4 Night's Whispers, 4 Faithless Looting, and then we also have 2 Shred Memory, which transmutes for first day. Not a great hand. I don't like it. This one's closer. We at least get a Night's Whisper out of it. We have Shred Memory for first day. We'll keep this one. So we did get rid of one of our combo pieces there instead of the Chirurgeon, but it's the easiest combo piece to find. It's the last piece we need. All right, let's Night's Whisper, draw some cards, undo this mulligan. It looks like we're going to be casting another Night's Whisper next turn. Get this mana set up. Opponent's not doing anything for their first 2 turns. That's nice. Like giving us a little bit of time to set up. Don't like another Carnarium. Okay, so if we play Swamp, we don't discard anything. If we play Carnarium, we do discard. I don't mind discarding a Carnarium, though. We're not necessarily going to have time to deploy all of these lands. Could have picked up the Forgotten Cave to cycle it later, but we'll have opportunity to do that again if we want to. We are keeping one of the Carnariums. I just didn't want a Forgotten Cave that is coming into play tapped. We are very heavy on red mana. Sardalexo, thanks for the follow, friend. Oh no, the Thermokarst on the Canarium. That sucks. That sets us back a ways. Quite a ways. Ouch. I don't think we're going to get through this one, chat. But then again, opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. So let's keep on playing. Fortunately, we do have a lot of lands here, so they keep on destroying them, we keep on playing them. We are pretty far behind because of this. But they just play land pass? Okay, let's keep going. Putrid Goblin, we're almost there. We basically have the combo. So we'll shred memory, go get the piece we're missing first day, and see if we can win next turn. Take 1. It's not like they have a flash creature that can block it. If they have Lightning Bolt, they have Lightning Bolt. Attacking with this creature or not wasn't going to change that. Damn it, why couldn't you just tap all the way out? If they have Lightning Bolt in hand, we're... Then again, I mean, they would have cast it last turn, wouldn't they? Thermokarst. I think we just barely still have enough mana. I think we still win if they don't have Lightning Bolt. Damn it! Okay, so we play Goblin Matron. Go get Skirk Prospector, I guess. This deck is so cool. Another Matron. Okay, we're still in it. So we block here. Or do we block? Do we need the extra mana? So Skirk Prospector, Putrid Goblin, we can't block. We need the extra mana. So if they have Double Bolt, we're dead. But if they have Lightning Bolt, we're dead anyway. Okay, we just need them to not have Lightning Bolt or a Braid or any of that business. Yeah, it does seem to be quite consistent. There's a lot of ways to pull the cards. There's a lot of ways to either draw more cards or search. They probably have the Lightning Bolt. So do we go for it here, or do we wait one more turn? I think we have to go for it, right? Ah, they have the bolt. Cannonade. I mean, yeah, that works too. We'll get Pest Summoning so that we can block their dude next turn. Because we have this Putrid Goblin, it blocks, and then we can Pest Summoning and that blocks. Wow, that viewer count went down when we switched to Pauper. I guess that's the nature of the beast, huh? Another Acid Moss to kill the Carnarium. Opponent is just leaving us with nothing. First day of class, we're almost there again. So I guess we play Goblin Matron. Go get the Prospector again. And try and win again next turn. I guess it doesn't matter which creature we block with here. It's basically the same thing. Damn it. So many land removal spells. Okay, we need Mountain off the top. Mortuary Mire is not a mountain. I can't do that. I can't even Pest Summoning. Let's put the Putrid Goblin back on top. Or nothing. Let's do nothing. I want Mountain. I need red mana. So drawing an extra Putrid Goblin isn't too great. We'll put the Putrid Goblin down now. We'll block with Goblin Matron. Next turn we have Pest Summoning if we don't draw Mountain. And that gets us a couple more turns. Our clock... Oh. I see. I have to actually choose something and then say no? Okay. That was the mistake. And that took a bunch of time off my clock. Wicked. I don't know if I even have enough time to win the game anymore if the opponent doesn't scoop them up to combo. But we're going to do our best here. Mountain off the top, I think, wins the game. Otherwise, we play Pest and we get to keep on playing a little longer. Just click quicker. Don't worry about the lag of the program. Just, you know, play better. Mountain. Unearth. We can Unearth a Prospector. I think that wins. Unearth Prospector, first day of class, by sacrificing Putrid Goblin. Get the infinite mana. But we don't have anything to do with the infinite mana. Like, we have the unbound mana, but we have nothing to do with it. If we get red mana, we can Unearth the Matron. So this turn, we're going to Pest Summon. Oh, that's true. It does get the draw. I'm going to Pest Summon this turn. We'll wait one more turn to go off. Lotus Petal. Interesting. What would you take out for it? Would you put it in place of lands? Because the deck is pretty tight. It's difficult to take anything out of it. Damn it. Alright, we're going for it. Cast on Prospector. Sack Putrid Goblin. First day of class. Get the Introduction to Prophecy. Always yield to this. Okay, so we're missing one piece. Pedal means pedal to the metal. All right. Introduction to Prophecy. Let's go. Faithless Looting. Okay, we can take that. Go bottom, top. We'll Faithless. Got the Goblin Caves, which doesn't do anything. So, yeah, this is nothing. Yeah, we're going to do it again. And worst case, we're going to play Mogg War Marshal, which is going to get us more turns. We did it. All right, let's see if opponent is feeling generous again. We'll put the Flamewave Invoker out onto the board. If they had Lightning Bolt, they could have killed the Prospector at any point. So fingers crossed they just scoop him up to the Invoker. And they do. Thank you so much, Not Close, for being so kind about that and not making us go through all the iterations. Let's see here. We have the combo, so let's keep. We're just missing one piece. Last seen playing Mardu Monarch. I mean, Mardu Monarch would have a lot of removal. Faithless, not bad. Okay, let's play Putrid Goblin, attack for 1. Attacking doesn't really matter, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, so Island Preordain here, so it looks like they're on some sort of control deck. We do have 4 Duress in the main. Oh shoot, you're right, Stream Team. I often try and get the games going so quickly that I totally forgot that I didn't change the deck list. Sorry everybody. How many Shred Memories in the deck? There's 2. Yeah, this is Dimir. We don't know if it's Delver or Faeries yet. Get first day. We have, I think, 20 lands, maybe... Oh, with the snuff out. Yeah, that works. Let's see here. 21 lands. 21. It's probably Faeries, but it could possibly still be Delver. Definitely Faeries. Okay, they're tapped out. We're close to winning here. We have a Faithless Looting. We have Unbound Mana, I think. I think we're good to go. As long as they don't have another snuff out. Oh my god, we have the whole combo in hand. Okay, let's see if it works. It looks like they're F6'd. Let's get the Introduction to Prophecy. Okay, I should have put the Always Yield on the Persist as well already. Let's do that now. Okay, it looks like this opponent is happy to let us do the full combo, which will take a while. We need to get 8 mana times 3, so that's 24 mana. And each iteration is 3 clicks. Huh, I thought I had turned off animations. I guess not, huh? Yeah, oh, that's another thing that I'll have to do. You can just attack. Nice. I mean, that's not going to be lethal. That's what, 5 damage with the combat? Yeah, a little bit of Resident Sleeper here going on. This does 5... Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, opponent does concede there finally. Sweet, thank you. Yep. I guess they could have blocked the 3/3, we deal 2, we put them to 1, and then we still have to go through the full rigmarole all over again. So we have Pyroblast. Seems good. Versus a control deck. Chirurgeon could actually be pretty good. I think they're going to be playing a lot of removal spells here. But, I mean, like, what are we supposed to take out, right? If we want to bring this stuff in, we have to take out draw spells, which seems awful. Like, Unearth seems really good because they're going to be countering our dudes. Reaping the Grave seems really good, too. So I have a lot of cards I want to bring in, but what am I supposed to take out? Probably. It is pretty tedious to go through, wait all through all of that. Yeah, Prospector couldn't attack. If we sacrifice it, it's gone forever. Nope. Single land is a swamp. Must maul. This one is okay. We can draw with the Unearth. I mean, like, it's not great, but I don't want to continue to mulligan. So we'll get rid of the Duress we can't cast. We have a double Pyroblast hand. And we can cycle this Unearth. Another Duress off the top. Alright, I'm going to leave the Skirk Prospector in hand. I don't want to put it into the field for them to just destroy. We have Pyroblast to stop any potential counter magic. We just need to get our hand set up here. Pretty terrible hand, honestly. Whew. Knight's Whisper. Okay, well, I mean, that's good if we can get to black mana. Opponent is setting up here. We're trying to do the same. We're going to cycle this Unearth, see if we can find a swamp. Another Pyroblast. All right. I mean, that's what we get for putting so many in the deck, I guess. Spell Stutter Sprite. Sure. But if you want to turn that into a ninja, I'm going to kill the ninja. Here it comes. You got a ninja, and I Pyroblast it. Very nice. Ooh, you want to respond? Sure, I'll respond to your response. Counter target spell if it's blue. Look at opponent using blue Elemental Blast. What, could you not afford Hydroblasts? Hydroblasts are strictly better in the opponent's deck. They are potentially playing the Gurmag Angler. So you can cast a Hydroblast and target a land, for example. And you're still going to be able to get the card into the graveyard, so you can get that extra mana if you're a Gurmag Angler. Alright, our hand is just doing nothing. We have some good cards, but we can't do anything yet. We need black mana. The Ghetto Hydroblast. I mean, to be fair, if you have alphas of the blue Elemental Blast, red Elemental Blast, alphas or betas, play those ones absolutely. But if you don't have the alphas or the betas, you don't want to show those off, just play the Hydros or Pyros. They're better. Swamp. Damn it. Alright, I'm done with this game. Let's move on to the next one. 7th foil matrons. Come on, you got to go with the original Urza Sega. I mean, no foils, but OGs. And the art? Way better. Alright, what do we got here? So we have First Day of Class and Knight's Whisper. We have Faithless Looting, but we don't have any other combo pieces. I think we keep this. It's still pretty, like, it's still, like, maybe good enough. We could probably just play Chirurgeon first. You have the foils, but you still play the Urzas. The art is superior. It feels pretty nice to foil out a deck. Not that I have too much experience with that. Alright, let's loot. Find another looting and a duress. None of these cards are really what we're looking for. I'm going to discard the 2 cards we drew. I guess we could discard the First Day of Class and keep the duress. Oh yeah, those Judge Bolts are nice. There's a lot of really nice lightning bolts. A lot of choices for that card. Well, yeah, getting that, getting over the 80% mark is tough. Getting over the 90% mark, now you're getting there. Hitting that target, 75 out of 75, feels so nice. Okay, here comes another ninja. This one is going to get the card draw going, but we do have the Pyroblast to kill it, so they're only going to draw 1 card with it. And we get to Knight's Whisper. Very cool. We get a Prospector, so we're getting there. Let's kill this ninja. Oh, that's usually the ones that I leave till the end. Some of the more expensive cards, some of the land base. I don't have too many foil lands, but I did manage to score some of the expeditions. I got the Hollowed Fountain, the Steam Vents, and the Sacred Foundry. Oh, wow. Which Monastery Mentor? Oh, I don't know the Monastery Mentor arts. Another mountain. So we don't have too much in the way to draw here. Let's start with cycling the Forgotten Caves, see what we come up with. Matron, not bad, not bad. Okay, so we could play the Matron. Go get one of the other goblins, and we're almost there. We do need more black mana if we want to duress the same turn we play the Putrid Goblin. Okay, get the Putrid. Go ahead. There's like 7 Monastery Mentors? No idea. I do like the promo art for the Stoneforge Mystic. I think that one's pretty sweet. I used to collect alternate arts as well. If I could find foils that had a particularly strange artwork on it, I would want to pick those ones up. So like the Judge promo Vendilion Clique, the spell skite, etc. Potentially so that if announcers would see them, they wouldn't be able to tell what the card is, what it's supposed to do. Like, what is that card? I don't know. Have I ever seen that one before? All right, let's start with a Duress. See what they got hiding in their hand here. And then maybe we'll go with a Faithless Looting out of the graveyard. Spell Stutter Sprite. Yep, that works. All right, let's loot. You want to sprite this too? Not quite. Okay. So, we got this for the combo. I would like to keep the Duress. So maybe I get rid of Prospector Reaping. Getting rid of Reaping seems awful, but I want to play the Bloodfell Caves and I want to keep the Duress. So I think we have to get rid of Reaping Prospector if we want to keep the other cards. Because, yeah, I want to keep all these. So we have to get rid of these two. Okay, coming in for damage. Are either of those going to become a ninja? Turning the Spell Stutter Sprite into a ninja doesn't seem terrible, but it would take them off of potentially some counter magic. So we have the Duress here to try and find our way through. Ooh, the second Putrid Goblin, not bad. Alright, let's start with Duress. Okay, they have the sprite for that. Let's play Putrid Goblin next. Because we have the second one, so if they counter this, we still have another one we can play next turn. Okay. So the question is, do we play the Skirk Prospector out? I don't think we do. I think we hold it in hand, so we just pass here. And we try and go for it again next turn. So cool that this card is actually got like a place. Okay, cannot be regenerated. I'm not going to try to regenerate then. I mean, as we saw there, Chirurgeon wouldn't have done a very good job of protecting. Snuff Out says cannot be regenerated. Yep. So they do still have one card in hand, but we're actually pretty close to the win here too. So if they don't have Counterspell or Spellstutter Sprite, we might actually take this one. Shred Memory. Let's see here. That thing I don't think is going to help us at all. Okay, resolves. Resolves. Sacrifice Putrid Goblin, hold priority. First day. Okay, get Introduction to Prophecy. Looks like it's working so far. I think that we, okay, I think we have the mana. Now we just have to find the last piece, and we have a Faithless Looting in the graveyard. So we can look a few cards deep. Okay, let's start with Introduction. Introduction to Prophecy. We find the matron. We find the invoker right off the top. Okay. So I guess top. Yeah, top. Okay. We got plenty of time on the clock here to finish our clicks. If they had any kind of interaction, I think they would have done it already. So let's see if they'll concede here. They do! Nice! Here we got looting, we have double duress. This hand is so-so, but I'm going to keep it. Yes, you can. You can buy the bundles. Oh, my opponent got there first. Another Faithless Looting. Okay, so I think we just play Bloodfell Cliffs Pass and we can Duress next turn. Already bounced back to 9? Yeah. That would have been a good investment piece. You see a card like that dropping, grab them all, and then sell them when they go back up in price. I don't know if anyone here does any of that magic trading. I used to really enjoy that kind of thing when I was playing World of Warcraft. I used to do a lot of the auctioning. I had a lot of fun with that. Kind of wonder what investing in cardboard would be like. Probably pretty risky. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense why they would be that cheap. Oh, Ninja already. This is troublesome. Opponent is going to go fast. I think we'll probably play Goblin Chirurgeon. Oh, the art on this card is so cool. You got the goblin over here with, like, you can see his one leg doesn't fit properly onto his knee here. Like, oh man, that card is awesome. First day of class, we're almost there. Start with a Duress. Okay, so they have Dispel, which counters first day of class, and they have Counterspell, which counters everything else. I think we'll get rid of the... what? If we get rid of the Dispel, they're not really going to be able to cast Delver, but I think we get rid of the Counterspell, and then we have the other Duress to get rid of the Dispel. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Counterspell here. And I think we'll just put the Prospector onto the board. It's a bit risky, but we know they don't have any removal in hand currently. Hey, if you stay in school, you'll always have class. Maybe I should have cast Looting there. Maybe I should have looted. Try and look for more pieces of the combo. Okay, there's the Delver that we knew about, and the Snow-Covered Island we knew about. So there's 2 unknown cards, makes sense. We'll find out what those are with the Duress, I think. Okay, we'll take the Dispel. They just have lands left. Faithless Looting. Okay, we'll get rid of a first day of class. Shred Memory does go get a piece that we're looking for. I think we get rid of first day and looting, play Chirurgeon. Or do we loot again? Looting again, like, keeps on taking away our cards. We're really low on cards already. I hate letting this ninja connect turn after turn after turn, potentially drawing our opponent out of their flood. Like, we're really close over here. We basically have the combo, but we don't have the mana necessarily. We need a second black mana so that we can transmute this into a Putrid Goblin, and then we have all the pieces. Well, not quite all the pieces. We're still missing the last piece, but we would have the infinite mana, and then with the infinite mana, we have double looting in the graveyard, plus the introduction to Prophecy, so we would be able to take a lot of looks for that last piece. Okay, opponent's taking a minute there on their Delver trigger, and they miss. Alright, I think that we still do not block the ninja. I don't want to lose my Chirurgeon, which is protecting my Prospector. So we're just going to have to take the damage, but even worse, let the opponent draw a card. Get rid of the Ash Barrens there. Okay, so they have two unknowns. Oh, one unknown, but this taps them out. Alright, glad I changed that deck list. Seems like a lot of people are interested in the 75 here. If you're just joining us, I did steal this list from Mr. Weber. Oh my god, we just drew it. The best possible draw. Alright, let's go. I think we win here. Putrid Goblin. What a good draw off the top of the deck. Incredible. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love the Cycling Storm deck. So cool. I'm definitely missing a few cards in paper for this one. Although, I definitely have some of these kicking around somewhere. I just have no idea where they would be. Alright, hold priority. Sacrifice Putrid Goblin. First day. Go get Introduction to Prophecy. Always yield. Always yield. Okay, let's make mana. This Putrid Goblin is too far away from my Skirk Prospector. Get out of the way, Chirurgeon. I want my cards to be beside each other, so I have as little space to move the mouse as possible. Alright, I'm going to be really paying attention to what I'm doing here. So we got the Matron. That's GG. Put the Unearth on the bottom, Matron on top. Oh, right. The animation thing. That should be down here. Enable animations. Okay. Oh my god, so much faster. Thank you, everybody. That is such a huge deal. Yes. I was going to go so much faster now. All right, get this guy. And ask them if that's GG. All right, I'll be looking at chat in a moment again. What does DK mean? Okay, don't know what's going on here. That's fine. Oh, don't know. Yep. Sweet. Yeah, don't know. That's fine. So let's see here. We have Goblin Caves to play through the Cannonade. We have Pyroblast to counter their counterspells. So that's what we're going to want to do. Bring in Pyroblast and Goblin Caves. Ah. Okay, 5 cards to come out. We're gonna basically like trim. We're gonna trim one of these, the Invoker, trim a Whisper, trim a Looting. We still gotta take out 2 more cards. Trim an Unearth and oh, I wanted more of these caves too. Damn it. I guess one of the Shred Memories and one of the Matrons. I hate trimming a Matron. All right, so we got a minute left. I think this is how I'm going to sideboard. Let's catch up with the chat. Okay, yeah. No worries. There wasn't exactly a big backlog there. Let's get back into the game. I don't like this hand. I'm gonna mull this one. I like this one. Alright, so let's see what we got. Only thing we're missing is First Day. We probably get rid of the Invoker here. We have the Matron to find it. And Unearth is going to let us potentially bring back the Matron, which is nice. Okay, what do we got? Just an attack for 1? The Ninja. Thanks for the follow, friend. Okay, another Putrid Goblin. Let's go ahead and throw a Goblin down. We can use that to potentially block a Ninja. And we have another Putrid Goblin. We have Unearth. So we can safely block here and continue. We still have the combo. So we don't have to worry about keeping this Putrid Goblin healthy. Ooh, nice. The Evolving Wilds means they don't have access to red mana this turn. Shove in. Nice. Okay. So they do have access to counter magic here. They're pretty scared. I think, let's see here. We probably, what? We probably Duress into another Putrid Goblin. Or we could Goblin Matron. The problem with casting the Matron here is they could counterspell. But if they counterspell the Matron, then we have access to Unearth it next turn. And yeah, we can't Duress and Putrid Goblin. We don't have enough black mana. So we'll Goblin Matron here. Okay. So not a Hydroblast here. Not that I think Hydroblast here would even be good. Cycles Ash Barrens, go gets Mountain. We get this thing to resolve. So the question is, what do we get with the Matron here? I kind of like going for another Skirk Prospector. We don't need the kill con yet, and we're going to be able to find it again later. So let's double up on this Prospector, so it's going to be difficult for the opponent to keep us off of our combo once we find and resolve First Day. We might even want to keep the Duress in hand until we're ready to go off, so that we can Duress, take away their counter magic, and then First Day. Alright, so yeah, let's go get another Prospector. And no attacks. I want to keep the Putrid Goblin back to block Ninja. Don't care about attacking their life total very much. Very unlikely that we would win a game like that. This deck is set up to combo. I don't know that we can actually win a game without comboing. I mean, I suppose it's possible, right? The opponent doesn't do much. We have a bunch of 1-1s and 2-2s. Turn them sideways. It eventually wins games. Augur Bolus? Sure. If we get First Day of Class here, we probably go for it. Love that that Ninja is staying home turn after turn. That's great. Knight's Whisper. I think we go for the Whisper here. The only thing that counters it is actual counterspell, and we're fine with that 1-for-1 trade. But if this resolves, it's super good. I guess they could negate. I mean, that is possible, but yeah, they're on the hook for actual counterspell here, and they don't have it. Okay, so we can play the Carnarium. Return the Mountain. We still have a single red open. I don't think we play the Prospector into Spellstutter Sprite. I think we just hold it back for now. Nice. Just waste your mana. Hold your mana up. Don't do anything with it. That's what I like to see. Opponent is scared. I mean, that's my interpretation of it anyway. They've seen what this deck can do game one, so they don't want to let us do our thing again. Just missing the first day. Goblin Caves, not that hot here. I mean, it would mean the Putrid Goblin would survive the Ninja attacking. Our blocks get better with Goblin Caves resolving. It's harder for the opponent to kill our creatures with Goblin Caves resolving. Okay, so, yep, this Goblin dies, comes back. And if they want to attack, I'm into a double block here. Kill that Ninja. We got a lot of resources in hand here, and if I put the Goblin Matron into the graveyard, I can unearth it. Plus getting rid of Ninja is sweet. Okay, we get another swamp. I'm gonna... Tricky. I'm gonna Duress. Hold on. Let's count our mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have exactly enough mana to play Goblin Caves and Putrid Goblin. So if they don't have Counterspell, that's pretty good. Play Putrid Goblin. Pass turn. We still have Unearth to return a Putrid Goblin or a Matron. We're just looking for our last piece, which is the first day. Yeah, Spellstutter Sprite resolves. So their next Spellstutter Sprite is going to be better. Unfortunately, Goblin Caves does not give our creatures reach. Why would it? But that art, though. Classic Drew Tucker. It looks like there's a couple of stick figures hanging out in that cave. High quality art right there. Egyptian Anime, thanks for the follow, friend. It's cave. You can't catch birds from a cave. That's where you find bats. No draw. Still no draw. We could draw a card with Unearth, but I really want to keep it for the unearthing. I think we probably just wait. As bad as that feels. They're not putting up a lot of pressure right now. I think we just have to wait and find more draw cards. No blocks. Or no attacks, rather. I will definitely block if they give me the opportunity. Makes sense. Continue to thin the deck. Let's see here. We don't really have anything to do. We could cycle Unearth, but I'm unlikely to do that. Not without casting a Duress first, at least. Let's see here. 2 cards on top. They liked both cards. That is scary. Oh, here comes Ninja again. And they have Spell Stutter in hand that we know about. Alright, let's see what we get off the top. Faithless Looting, not bad. Alright, let's start with Duress. They should probably Spell Stutter Sprite this, so I don't get to see what's in their hand. But if their only counterspell is Spell Stutter Sprite, they should probably not counter it, so they can counter the next thing. It's going to be difficult, though, because I got a lot of mana here. Okay, they do go for the Spell Stutter Sprite, but they do potentially still have Counterspell up, or another Spell Stutter Sprite. I guess we will loot here. See if they'll counter this. They do not. Okay. Not a good get, though. Not a good get. Get rid of the... Could get rid of the land Prospector, play Chirurgeon Prospector. Then we have Unearth. Having a hard time finding the pieces here. I think I should have flashback looting instead of casting my cards. I don't think I should have cast the Chirurgeon here. Oh well. It is what it is. We'll cast this and then we'll try and go again next turn. Okay. So we're going to unearth the Matron. Go get another Prospector, play Prospector. Okay, how much mana could we make? We could easily make 3. We could Faithless Looting, but then we just discard the cards we draw. So that seems stupid. We got some dudes on the table, but they can still attack us in the air. Pass again. We're going to leave the swamp in hand so that we can use Faithless Looting next turn. More lands. We have so many lands. We are set. Set for lands. No more, please. Just gas. Okay. Let's play Faithless Looting. Okay, they're going to go for a counter spell here. So we can Pyroblast the Spell Stutter Sprite so that we still get the Faithless Looting to work. And they have another counter spell. Okay, so I think we're dead. They are going to attack for 8 in the air, turn after turn here. So yeah, that's pretty good for them. But they only have one card left in hand. So if they don't have counter magic, I mean, we still have a couple turns here where we could potentially draw something good. So I'm gonna wait. We're gonna play this out till we're dead, which shouldn't take too long. 2, maybe 3 turns. No ninja, please. Thank you. First day. First day off the top. Let's go. Womp womp. Do we play the Bloodfell Caves or do we keep them in hand? I think we keep them in hand in case we draw Faithless Looting next turn. We already have a ton of mana. We got 1 draw step left if they don't have Ninja or Lightning Bolt. But we've only seen 1 Lightning Bolt so far from the opponent, so likelihood is actually quite high that they have the 3rd Lightning Bolt ready to go. They have 34 cards left in their deck, so yeah, odds are quite high that there's a Lightning Bolt in hand. There it is. All right, one more time. With feeling. This introduction to Prophecy has been busted in this deck. Being able to start your combo with first day of class and not even have anything else in hand. Just go get Introduction to Prophecy, 3 cards deep. Find that last piece of the combo. Alright, what do we got left? This game and 2 more matches. Whew, it's already 20 past noon. It's past my bedtime almost. I guess the modern video for YouTube today is going to be coming up. It's going to be uploaded pretty late. Usually takes me about 2 hours to download, edit, and then export the video, and then it takes usually another 2 to 3 hours to upload it to YouTube. So yeah, it'll be in the evening before the modern video is up on my YouTube channel. Alright, we should be joining the game shortly. And here we go. Yes, we'll take the play. 2 lands. We have first day. We have the combo. We'll keep. It's a little bit slow, but we have everything we need. Probably supposed to play the Prospector on turn 2, even though we're exposing it to Lightning Bolt, just because of how our mana is turning out here. I'm going to want to play the Prospector and then play the Night's Whisper, and then turn 3 probably go for it. And we're going to need the Prospector already on the field, I think, for that to work. Yes. Moto's still behaving bad. It looks like it. It looks like we're getting quite a bit of lag. We've left the program on for quite some time now. I didn't reset the program in between leagues. Not something I would normally have to do. But maybe that's a problem this time. Oh, the Mountain. So I actually have 2 mana this turn. I could play Putrid Goblin. I could play Night's Whisper. I kind of like play Putrid Goblin and then see what they do. If they tap out, we win. If they don't tap out, we Night's Whisper. Let's hope they go for Ninja. I might do a quick reset after this match. And then we'll jump in for the last 2. I'm definitely going to finish the league this stream. No win yet. Not yet. Yeah. Need one more combo piece. Yeah, you're right. I was just thinking, like, if we get the mana, then first day of class gets us the Prophecy, and we can use Prophecy to, fingers crossed, find the last piece. Yeah, this deck is nuts. This deck is definitely... keep your eye on this one. It might end up getting a banning. Tap out, tap out. Put a Ninja in play. You're not afraid, you're not afraid. What could I possibly do on turn 3? Oh my god, they did it. Alright, let's go. We're going for it. Fingers crossed. We don't have it yet. Like Stream Team was saying, we don't have it yet. We're still missing a card, but we have a cycle. We have infinite mana. You're in the Scred team. Okay, so we play Skirk Prospector. We sacrifice Goblin. Hold priority first day of class. Blah blah blah. We've done this a few times already. Opponent has nothing for free. I don't think. You're not going to foil me, are you, opponent? Okay. Oh, cold control. Sack this dude. First day. Learn from the Prophecy. Always yield. Always yield. Okay. So we have Unbound Mana. Yeah, we can draw Swamp. And that gets us Night's Whisper. Alright, let's try and move this fast along here. I'm not going to interact too much with chat, as I'm trying to get this combo done within time. Bottom, bottom. I guess, hold on a second. Oh, it's not letting me undo the bottom on the Swamp. I was thinking like Swamp lets us Night's Whisper. Undo. I want that Swamp back. I'm trying. I can't undo. It doesn't let me undo that for some stupid reason. That sucks. Alright, bottom. We get Duress, so we miss. We still have one more draw. We miss. Okay. It is what it is. We missed. So, I guess we play Carnarium, and that's it. That sucks. The swamp would have given us the Night's Whisper. I guess we wouldn't have done too much better anyways. I think we saw those cards, basically. Anyway. No... Oh, man. Do I even want to attack here? Oh, this sucks. I hate this so much. We totally fizzled. Oh, Slayer. I like that. Attack and sack to untap it. Yep. And they have red mana now. I think I block here. We have another Putrid Goblin ready to go. And we get rid of the Ninja so they don't get to keep on drawing cards. Sure. Night's Whisper again. Okay, so we get to draw a bunch of cards. Oh, hey there. What's up, Mr. Williams? We were so close. So close. But we got to put the whole combo back together now. Day's doing all right. Kind of winding down at this point, but we got a bit more magic to go through. This deck is just so much fun. I gotta play out the whole league. Hey, we got first day of class. Okay, let's start with the Duress. We're basically there. Oh, we're still missing one thing. We don't have the mana. So, like, what's the point even if we don't have the mana? Let's cycle Barren Moor then. Maybe we can get the Prospector off the top, or an Unearth. We get a Swamp, okay. So I guess we'll just play Bloodfell Caves, and maybe a Putrid Goblin. Oh, the Beetle and the Carrion Feeder? Yeah, absolutely. That would allow you to, as you say, have another angle. So you would be able to win with big creatures instead of going off on this combo thing. Yeah, exactly. Who likes creatures? Good question. Ooh, opponent doesn't like creatures. Murders my board. At least I get the Putrid Goblin back. I have another Goblin here, so Not a huge deal. We still do have combo almost ready to go. We're just missing the one piece. Okay, Fairy Seer. So they do play a card. We're still close. This game is awesome. I love this deck. So much fun. There are so few decks like this in Pauper. Okay, opponent really played some cards out there, but they have Counterspell or Cannonade up. What do we get? Mortuary Mire. Okay, so we don't have any card draw currently, but we can Mire the Prospector on top of the deck, and then we're good to go next turn. We have a ton of mana, so we just want to do everything next turn. Not give the opponent any opportunity to interact with our board during their turn or whatever. Alright. Any ninjas? You got a ninja? They do have ninja, so they're tapping down to do the ninja thing. Gives them an extra card, but they have fewer options now. Small counter magic, that's for sure. That's what the Duress is for. So we can try and play through it. Okay, Duress opponent. Nice. Spell Stutter Sprite, okay. They still do have cards that can interact with us. But we might have the win here. That's the one they need. That is exactly the card they need. They need Dispel for first day. Or Blue Elemental Blast also works. Okay, they have Blue Elemental Blast. They're going to use it here. Hydroblast, thank you. Much better spell. Do we put out Putrid Goblin? This is so abysmal. We'll put out the Putrid Goblin. It blocks the ninja. And we'll leave the lands in hand in case we draw Faithless Looting. Should have attacked with that Putrid Goblin, but whatever. Opponent has 5 cards in hand. They're probably advantaged at this point. We fought pretty hard, but the Cannonade and Hydroblast were excellent. The reason I wanted to keep the Mutant in hand is in case they have another Cannonade. But, I mean, Cannonade looks pretty bad for the opponent on this board, too. Oh, with a Scred. I guess we could first day of class in response, so the Putrid Goblin hopefully sticks around. And then we can get the summoning, try and, you know, continue to play. But I think we're probably dead here. I mean, we can double block on the ninja, play Flamewave Invoker, maybe start just like... How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, we can just start using the Flamewave Invoker in 2 turns if they don't kill it. So let's try that. Good thing we didn't attack so we can double block. Almost like I planned it that way. I didn't. Every once in a while I get lucky. Not a common thing, but I don't mind getting lucky sometimes. Let's see here. Our opponent's clock is actually getting dangerously close to ours. We still have 14 life. So if we play fast, the opponent might not have enough time to kill us. I mean, that kind of sucks to win a game that way, but... yeah. That kind of sucks to win a game that way. Opponent is taking a real long time on their turn here, trying to figure out how they want to play it out. Okay. They're moving into combat, and they are moving in, so let's double block. Yeah, I definitely like blocking and killing the ninja here. Opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. This seems pretty good. And they're spending time on a brainstorm. They have less than 3 minutes on their clock. And we have our plan set up, what we're going to do already. So let's see what we draw and see if that changes the plan. Prospector, not bad. I guess we'll just play out everything and pass. And then next turn we can start activating the Invoker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we can. I think we win this race. Depending. They could still like have a lightning bolt kill the Invoker. That would be good. We probably attack with the Prospector here as well. Try and cut the clock down by a turn. Oh, we can attack with the Invoker. What if they have Spellstutter Sprite in hand? They get to block the Invoker? I really don't want that to happen. That would be so bad. If they had Spellstutter Sprite, double block Invoker, that would be brutal. Sure. This is fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use the Invoker now so that we can just F6. As a blue-red pilot, you would never do that. Which one? Which part? Which thing wouldn't you do? Oh, they have a ninja. We're still playing. Double blocking the Invoker. Oh, I see. Okay. I just figure, like, this is our win con right here. Ah, fair. Oh, the Pyroblast. What a card. All right, we're going to attack. We have Pyroblast to save our dude if something untoward happens. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Destroy target permanent if it's blue. Get rid of the ninja. You can have that spell starter sprite, that's fine. This game is still close. Oh, first day. I mean, they have to block. First day doesn't actually do anything here. Well, I mean, actually, it gets us some creatures. But I don't think that's worth it. I think we just do the thing, do the thing. Oh, they made misplays because of the clock. Not a huge fan of this hand. Like, we have some of the pieces. The Knight's Whisper is pretty nice. I guess we have almost everything. Let's keep it. No official word for it officially. Yeah, the Shred Memory is actually partially for the mirror. So that when the goblin is persisting, you're able to shred the goblin out of the graveyard and stop their combo. Weird question, John. Do you still have the Judge Tower? This might be a mirror match. Faithless Looting off mountain would either mean mirror match or it could be... Ah, okay. It looks like Boros Bully. Stream the familiar deck sometime? I'd have to learn it first. Fortunately, I do have access to some of the best players of that archetype. So I would be able to get some tips maybe before I started. Blue decks are looking good. I mean, already the various blue control decks are some of the best decks in the format. Alright, I want a Knight's Whisper this turn. So I'm going to Knight's Whisper. Well, learn it. And stream it on the weekend. Yes, sir. Alright, what do we get off the top? Matron again. Okay, so we can Matron, go get Prospector. No, we can't because we don't have any untapped lands. Damn it. Alright, we're going to play the Carnarium and we'll leave Mountain up. So it looks like we have Lightning Bolt. But we're actually going to have to discard a card here. And I mean, if we had Lightning Bolt, we would have played it and killed the Seeker of the Way, obviously. Alright, let's get rid of one of these Bloodfell Caves. Alright, so we're going to have to give the opponent a little bit of time to set up here. Hopefully we will likewise get a little bit of time to set up. If they aren't doing too much damage right away, we might be able to surprise them when they're tapped out at some point. Oh, nice draw. So we can go Goblin Matron, go get Thing, and then play Bloodfell Caves. Okay, we get Prospector, play the Bloodfell Caves, and we are set up for next turn. Shred Memory is not going to be too great here. Let's see here. I don't think we're missing anything, though. With the Goblin Matron, we have all the pieces, and they tap out. We win. Oh, they don't even attack. They want to keep a blocker back. Opponent doesn't know what they're in for. Alright, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So we got quite a bit of black mana, but it doesn't matter. We have the combo. We can even, like, what? We could first day and then do this stuff? Not that it matters. They're tapped out. Well, let's see if I've learned anything. How quick can we click? Opponent is F6'd. Let's go get this thing. Looks like opponent is quite happy to sit back and let us do the clicks. It is what it is. Oh, I see what you mean. Sack the Matron, that would have given us access to another black source. And then we could have Shred Memory for something. Yeah, probably. Just F6, take a walk, let the opponent do the combo. This way they get the advantage of keeping me off my clock. Or making me use my clock, rather. Yeah, Invoker's also a goblin. That's why the combo works. Because we can use Matron to go get it. That's a super important part of the combo. Okay, all that for one. We got one activation. Here we go. Opponent's written back here. Looks like they're quite satisfied to let us go through the whole thing. Which I think is the first time we've had to do this since we started playing the deck. Most players have been quite happy to scoop them up once we've shown them that we have lethal. I wish I could save targets on Skirk Prospector. But it's a mana ability, so it doesn't stick on the stack. So I can't click on it and say, like, save targets or whatever. It would be a new target every time. Good point. Yeah, that's true. Good thing they can't do anything like that. They're not able to, like, tap and whatever and waste my time. They're just F6'd, waiting for me to finish. So it does take a while. It looks like it takes a few minutes to get a full combo going. Because of the lag, it might take like 3 minutes to finish a combo. If we didn't have the lag, I think it would be much quicker. Yeah, John High Tide, that would be amazing if that was ever implemented. But, you know, first they would have to fix Wall of Roots and Dredge and this lag. So WotC has their hands full. Yes, indeed. Mr. Williams, the composer himself. Whew. That took a while. But we beat him. Let's bring in Goblin Caves. Is the bully deck doesn't play the artifact lands, so we don't need the Gorilla Shaman. Let's see here. What are we going to take out? We'll probably take out 2 of the Duress for the 2 caves. We'll keep the... actually, we'll split the difference between Duress and Unearth. Okay, obviously I do not want those. Those stay. The Mogg War Marshal, kind of meh. I mean, this is a mid-rangey match. Maybe this should just be something else. Like, if Mogg War Marshal isn't in the main deck, do we really want it in the sideboard? You know, like, that could be another Reaping the Graves, for example. Do not like this. This is a mulligan. This hand is garbage. Don't like this one either. It's close. If we had Swamp, we would be... If we had 2 lands, if we had red and black, we would be fine. Okay, keep this. Faithless Looting is so bad when we're mulliganing like this. Yeah, that's true. Barren Moor could have been anything. And the looting could be anything too. This hand. Who knows what's in this hand? Could be anything. Alright, let's go. What do we get? We're really low on time here, so come on, let's get these cards into play and pass the turn. Faithless Looting, Barren Mooring. They're basically the same thing. Not really, but whatever. They both draw cards. Alright, opponent, we have a very... Ooh, nice draw. We have a very similar play to you. We're going to play the Carnarium and pass. Opponent isn't putting us under any kind of threat right now. Let's just develop our mana and see if we can get a combo turn going if they tap out. I don't think they're going to tap out after how we beat them last time. They're probably going to want to keep mana up all the time from now on. Don't mind necessarily discarding some creatures to Faithless Looting if we can get this Reaping the Graves to return a bunch of stuff to our hand. That could be pretty cool. Okay, they discard Rally the Peasants, and they tap out. Well, I don't think we're ready to win this turn. Can't wait to make this deck. It's really sweet, eh? I saw it, I immediately had to make it. Alright, let's see what we draw. I don't think we can win here. If we drew Prospector, I still think we're missing 1 mana. Another Putrid Goblin, okay. So I'm definitely into playing Putrid Goblin when we have an extra Goblin here. But maybe we want to Faithless Looting first. See what we get. Okay, we get a Duress, nice. I like the Duress. We're going to discard Bloodfell Caves and maybe a Goblin so we can get it back with Reaping later. Or we could just... I like keeping the lands here. Yeah, let's get rid of one of the Putrid Goblins. We can get it back later if we need it. The Familiar deck is super fun. I really do like how it has all these various options that you can explore. Super value, it has combo. Haha, it's fun when you're playing it. There you go. That's what's important, right? Ooh, Shred Memory. Not bad. Alright, let's... What are we going to do here? I think we're just going to play the Carnarium pass. I don't think there's any reason to attack with Putrid Goblin. We win through combo. We don't win through attacking. So let's keep the Putrid Goblin back so it can block the Thraben Inspector. We're not going to be casting any spells here. Shred Memory doesn't seem too good. Although, I mean, that's the one spell we could potentially cast. Maybe if they play Battle Screech. We don't really get a chance to respond to that, do we? They immediately get to recast it before we can do anything. So we can't shred the Battle Screech. I have to go back to work. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, John. If you want to see the rest of this league later, it'll be going up on YouTube. The Pauper League will be going up on the weekend, and the Modern League will be going up this afternoon, this evening. Faithless. Okay. So we're still missing one important piece. Let's start with Faithless Looting. We find Matron. Nice. Let's get rid of Shred Memory and maybe Reaping. Double Rally. Yeah, that's pretty scary. We should probably... Oh, shoot. I just got rid of the shred memory. Damn it. Is that death? Shoot. We have to block. It's not quite death. Okay. Hold on. Cancel this. Okay, so we go get Skirk Prospector. I think we win the game here. No, they have Lightning Bolt, so they'll be able to kill us. We have to Duress. So we Goblin Matron, we Duress, we take a card. We can block something with Goblin Matron and hopefully survive. Yeah, we have to Duress. They have the Lightning Bolt for sure. Okay, so they're going to Lightning Bolt the Putrid Goblin. Sure. If I first day of class, then I'm not going to have enough mana to Goblin Matron, so I have to let this happen. Yeah, I think that I really screwed that last part up. Oh, god damn it. Definitely don't want to put Prismatic Strands into the graveyard. Okay, we'll go get Skirk Prospector and pass. Maybe I was supposed to put the prevent damage into the graveyard, because now they get to use it twice. I think I might still be able to beat them. Okay, they're continuing to play cards. That's good for us. Think we might have them here, depending on what the unknown card in hand is. Okay, no blocks. And Mortuary Mire. So with Mortuary Mire, we can put Putrid Goblin on top. But we're not drawing a card necessarily, unless we Faithless Looting. Okay, so play Prospector, play Matron, play Putrid Imp, make mana, we have Faithless Looting. Okay, we just go for it here. Okay, that works. What are we looking for here again? Putrid Goblin. Yep, that's why we're going to kill them on their upkeep. Oh, you're right. Thanks, Blind. I wasn't thinking of that. You're absolutely right there. Which means I can't actually do that. Oh well. We can get some pretty good value here. We could put something on top of the deck. First day. We're Strange Blood. Thanks for the follow, friend. So what does the Matron get us? Yeah, we go get the Invoker, but they have the Prismatic Strands to prevent the damage. Yeah, that's true. We have to play against the clock too. You can shoot them more often. If they put the Prismatic Strands on the stack... Oops, shoot, I forgot to do the thing. They put the Prismatic Strands on the stack before my creature gets into play. Bottom, top. Hey, it's Weber. Speak of the devil. Bom dia. Welcome, welcome. How did your stream go? What were you playing? Black Magic, thanks for the follow, friend. Playing Boros Bully with the new draw 3. Sweet. How did that work out? Okay, we go get the dude here. Yeah, ended up 2-3 because of the lag, so you asked for reimbursement. Okay, good luck with that. Hopefully it works out for you. Lennox Clans, thanks for the follow, friend. Try exclamation mark deck. So yeah, they should cast the Prismatic Strands now with this on the stack. Okay. Nothing else we can do, I think, at this point. We could Faithless Looting to put more cards in the graveyard. That doesn't seem very good. And they've prevented red damage, so there's no point in attacking with these two cards. We could attack with the Putrid Goblin. But I think we're actually just dead to the Rally the Peasants. And they have another Prismatic Strands just ready to go for tapping a creature. So they should be able to beat us on this game, actually. So they can attack with the birds, rally the peasants, do a ton of damage, and then hold up prismatic strands so we can't kill them. They can just prismatic strands in response if we cast the first day. This should be a bad matchup. It's not seeming too good. The prismatic strands is sick. Okay, so I guess we'll Faithless Looting here. But I'm pretty sure we're just dead. We're at 1 life. Jeez. Goblin Caves. Okay, we can concede here. So close. And the Duress aren't even all that great versus the prismatic strands. It just puts it into the graveyard and they can recast it from there. We don't have any graveyard hate here. Maybe we're supposed to play some. Who knows? I don't think I really want to change the deck list too much here, though. I think we're still fine with keeping some number of Duress. Maybe we're supposed to just take out the Duress. We could put in Chirurgeon and Unearth instead. If only we could deck people instead of burning them. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, we'll play first. So let's see here. This is not looking too hot. We have... Yeah, I want to mulligan this. It's too slow. This is looking better. We have the Knight's Whisper. We have Faithless. Let's just get rid of... maybe the Mire? We'll play Knight's Whisper turn 2, start looking for the combo, put it together. We have 8 minutes, so if we put the combo together quickly, we still have time to win. But we cannot count on the opponent to scoop them up. They let us go through the full combo game 1, so they'll probably try and win through the clock. And, you know, that's fair. That's part of the game. Okay, we got almost all the pieces. That's another piece. We're just missing 1 piece. All we're missing now is first day. Thinking I'll probably play Chirurgeon and Putrid Goblin next turn, so that we can save the Putrid Goblin if they try and kill it, and that'll utilize our mana very well, so that if we can get to the combo next turn, we're good to go. We have looting to draw cards. We're pretty close. But if we do play the Surgeon, then that's a card that we won't be able to discard to the looting later. And we might be able to just discard the Flamewave Invoker, depending on what we draw here. Another Chirurgeon. Okay, well that's a good thing to discard later. We'll play the Chirurgeon and the Putrid and pass back. Pretty sure I hit the skip button there, Moto. Oh yeah, I was going to restart Moto too to try and take care of this lag, but just one more of those things that I forget to do in between matches. Alright, what do you got, opponent? Whew, 6 hour stream. I think this has actually hit the longest time that I've been streaming. I don't think I've ever streamed for 6 hours before. Good thing I got plenty of water. Okay, so they're holding up 3 mana. So they could prevent all damage this turn. Oh, Night's Whisper. Cool. Let's just Night's Whisper then. Get some more draw. Oh, we get the first day of class and we have an extra Prospector? Alright, let's play Prospector. And then pass. So much combo. Combo for days. Oh. That's interesting. Can we actually combo out now? I guess they could have Lightning Bolt. Oh my god, they tapped out. No, they're abrading the Chirurgeon. This is so good for us. I think we won? No, because the Prospector needed the Chirurgeon to be in play for the mana for first day. So we don't have enough mana to go off. Yeah, missing 1 mana because of that. So close. That Abrade was really well timed. Yep. They got Faithless. And they... Okay. So they do not discard Prismatic, and they're still playing cards here. Lightning Bolt the Prospector. Okay, we have another Prospector in reserve. That's fine. Crack the Clue. Damn it! With the Journey. They just have it all. Wow. Okay. Well, good turn, opponent. Let's figure out how we get back into this game. Matron's a good start. Matron gets us the Persist Goblin. Putrid. So let's go Matron Putrid. And we'll pass. Looting to Unearth. Okay, that's one option. We have all 4 Unearth in the deck. But if they tap out, we actually just have the win in hand. Prospector, Putrid Goblin, sack Matron, sack Goblin, first day of class, Flamewave. But that's only if they tap out. So let's see what they do. Okay, so they leave the mana up. In that case, I do like playing Chirurgeon. We could play Chirurgeon, Goblin, pass. We could also play the Flamewave Invoker. Let's play the Chirurgeon. Samuel really likes the looting here. Yeah, it definitely smells like a Strand in hand. See if we can get land here to play Putrid Goblin as well. Okay, we do get land, but we can't play the Putrid this turn. Let's ditch one of the Invokers and the Matron. Five minutes left. It's getting pretty close here. We need, I think, 3 minutes to win with the combo. And they're actually at 21, so that's quite a few extra iterations. Okay, we can actually hit 6 here. Not too into saving much. Actually, I probably shouldn't hit 6. I probably want to try and save the Doctor here if they try and kill it. But I don't think they will. They got to keep their mana, right? Okay, there's the Prismatic Strands. So they have Strands in the graveyard and 2 Unknowns in hand. They're tapping out here for the Oblivion Ring. Okay, that gets rid of the Chirurgeon. I guess if I had been... Okay, we have another Chirurgeon in the graveyard. Whatever. Don't care. I could have sacked it, put it in the graveyard, but this is fine. Shred Memory. So we can Shred Memory, get rid of the Strands. Do we have the win? Shred, play Prospector. We don't have quite enough mana. We're off on mana to win. So what do we do here? We probably we probably just hold up Shred Memory. Shred Memory the Prismatic Strands at the end of their turn. And then go for the combo on our turn if possible. Otherwise, we're going to leave everything in the graveyard here. If they want to spend mana to like rally the peasants or something, I'm fine with that. So they have 1 spell in hand. 1 unknown spell. They also have Clue. Squadron Hawk. Okay. I'm not sure, but we might have it. So we Shred Memory, get rid of Prismatic Strands. And then Prospector, Putrid Goblin, first day of class, Flamewave Invoker. We just need the time. All we need is time. Okay, so I'm going to Shred now. Prismatic Strands, Faithless Looting, Faithless Looting, Faithless Looting. Four minutes to do the combo. We know it's safe. We just need the time. Yeah, I've already hit 6. So we're going through this turn. 4 minutes is pretty tight. I hope we can do it. We need that Matron, I think, for mana. Not positive. Haven't done all the counting yet. So we know they have 2... Okay, Unearth. Nice. Prospector... Putrid. Go get Prophecy. So yeah, we have the win. It's just a matter of time. That's all it is. So if we aren't able to do the thing here, maybe we can file for compensation because of the lag. Anyway, I'm gonna totally ignore chat for now. Chat is cringe. We're focused totally on the combo here. Always yield. Yeah, we don't need backup. We know we have it. The Unearth is just a faster way to summon the Invoker rather than making 3 mana. Because we know exactly what they have in hand. They have 2 Squadron Hawks. Three minutes and 20 seconds. Not a lot of time to make a ton of mana. Opponent not going to concede, I don't think. Jeez, this lag is so tough. It's taking, what, like 4 seconds per mana? So they're at 21. Oh, that extra iteration is a killer. An extra 8 mana we have to make. Instead of going for... Oh man, that is so bad. We have to make 48 mana? Is that right? Yeah, but they can block. Oh, with second Invoker? I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It is less time. But I think I've used over half my time yet. It's going to be pretty close. One creature gets through, yep. So that does make it a little bit faster. Oh, we're getting a big lag spike again here. How far is this going to go below 11 before I get to click anything? Please just scoop him up, opponent. I don't even dare take my hand off the keyboard to start typing a message. Because if they pass back while I'm typing, then I lose precious seconds. I do love that the Shred Memory got some work done there. Being able to cast it rather than transmute it was pretty nice. 35 mana? Okay, thanks. I'll remember that. So that includes the cast, right? 8 times 4 is what? 32 plus 3 is 35? Okay. Still at 211. Still at 211. Nice. We didn't lose any time for that. For the opponent's large pause. It's going to be real close. Real close. Okay, it looks like opponent might be F6 now. Opponent's taking a bit more time again. They don't have anything to do, so the only reason to turn off F6 there is to try and mess with me. Okay, 12 more. Win at any cost. Their name should be Bob. Ten more mana. 10 times 4 is 40 seconds. We might just have enough time. I wish they would just hit F6 so that I could just do the whole thing instead of having this this really slow kind of thing going on here. Like, I understand if you want to try and time me out. I understand. But do you really need to make it so awful to watch? I guess on YouTube you're able to increase the playback speed, which is cool. We are so close here. 50 seconds, we need 5 more mana, plus the attacks. And the activations of the Flamewave Invoker itself. So if I hit 6, do I still get my combat step? I think so, right? I think I'm going to have to do that, because I don't have the time to hit 1 twice. Okay, the 35 mana, we're there. Oh, crap, I gotta click every friggin' time! That seals it. If I gotta click the mana like that, I'm dead. Fuck. We had the win, but we had to click the mana every single time to spend every single point of mana. That's 8 extra clicks for every iteration. That sucks. Alright. Barely good enough. We're gonna try it. In the end, like, we could win on turn 4 here. Ooh. That's a good draw. I mean, I would have preferred first day, but that's a pretty good one. I guess, let's see here. Let's just put down the Putrid Goblin. Worst case, we can get another one with a Matron. And this utilizes our mana quite well. We'll hit 6 here, and then as soon as the opponent's turn starts, we'll hit 6 again. After that last game, I'm going to try and be really on top of my clock here as much as possible. Stream team, thank you so much. No, I generally do not play in challenges just because of the way the timing works out is very awkward for me. Although I did get something set up if I ever want to play in a challenge or whatever. I'll show you in just a moment. Let me get this Matron down. I think I want to get another Skirk Prospector with this one. Alright, check this out. Boop. Oh, did it not work? Oh, there it is. No attacks. So yeah, I got this sweet little image set up so that I can cover my hand. If at any point I wanted to stream while I was competing with something, competing in a tournament that was a little bit bigger than a league. Forgotten Cave. Okay, I'm going to want to cycle that. Just a mountain. I guess we'll play Bloodfell Caves and pass. I don't want to put my Prospector into a Spell Stutter sprite here. And we'll hit 6 through the opponent's turn as well. Okay, bye-bye Putrid Goblin. We're going to need to reset that, which means we need a fresh one. But taking a Lightning Bolt from my Putrid Goblin's pretty nice. They're probably going to go for Ninja here. We're going to let this happen. Actually, hold on. Let's block with Goblin Matron so they can't get the Ninja. I'm going back and forth on this. They have 7 cards in hand. If they Ninja, they tap out, and they're going to have to, like, discard to hand size. So, good no block there. Ooh, Night's Whisper. I guess they could counter that with actual counterspell, but Faeries not going to be enough? Yeah, let's Night's Whisper. And we'll play a land just so we don't get mana leaked. It's not going to happen. Opponent's deck doesn't play mana leak, but we can play around it, so why not? Oh, the Unearth. Nice. And first day of class. We are almost good to go. They're definitely going to have a counterspell here, so let's see here. We play Skirk. They counter that. We play Skirk, first day of class, win the game. Not to mention the Unearth here. I mean, we need the Unearth to reset the Putrid Goblin anyway. Let's go get another Putrid Goblin, if this resolves. If they want to throw a counterspell at this, that's fine. Oh, they're going to scred the Skirk Prospector in response. Okay, we'll add red. Okay, and we'll go get... What are we going to get with this one? I think we're going to go get another Putrid Goblin here. Yeah, let's get Putrid Goblin, and then we have everything we need for next turn. No point in playing our cards into whatever they got going. Yeah, we have Prospector plus Unearth for second Prospector. So whatever they counter, the Prospector or the Goblin, as long as they don't counter first day. Yeah, that's fair too. Be able to Prospector, hopefully get them off of counter magic. Okay, that's an attack. What do you got? Any ninjas? No blocks. You want to spend mana on ninja? Yeah, you do. Okay. So that means they only have one counterspell. So they need to save the counterspell for first day, which means they need actual factual counterspell. Spellstutter won't do. They could also have Bolt. Bolt might be enough if they Bolt the Prospector, as well as counter it. Let's see what we get off the top. Just a swamp. No good. Okay, so we have a bunch of mana. That's 5, 6 mana. So let's see here. We go Putrid Goblin. No, we go Prospector, Putrid. Sure. And keeping the red mana open for the fire. Very, very smart. Okay, so let me think here. I don't know that we can necessarily get it. If they have the Bolt, they have the Bolt. Okay, so far so good. Do not commit first day just yet, but what else are we going to do? They need exactly Lightning Bolt here, or Scred. They've already used 2 of those. And if we do a first day thing and they respond, then we can still at least do some stuff afterwards, I guess? I don't know. How are we supposed to do this? I'm going for it. I'm going in. I just realized I don't... Okay, yeah, I have the mana. Okay, they do have the Scred. Yeah, I needed to sack the other matron here to make the extra mana. Damn it. Alright, at least we can introduction. Bottom this. I think we bottom this too. First day again. Okay. We can keep moving. Let's attack all, I guess? No, we probably got to keep the Putrid back for the Ninja. Alright. Another Ninja? Oof, okay. This is trouble. Almost there. I'm wondering if I play the Invoker here. I don't know. Seems kind of medium. I'll have the mana to play it later when I'm comboing, so should I just keep it in my hand, or is it better on the battlefield? Accumulated knowledge. Alright, we can just hit 6 here. Alright, so if I want to kill a ninja, I have to lose my Putrid Imp, and that is really, really bad. I don't want to lose my Imp. I'm just going to chump one of the ninjas. I'll let them draw one card, because I want to keep my Putrid Goblin healthy so I can potentially combo. But this game here is run away from us. Opponent's got double ninja. Ooh, the Unearth. We have the Prospector. We have the healthy Goblin. Okay. If they don't have... I mean, they're going to have Spell Stutter Sprite, but if they don't have Spell Stutter Sprite, we win. Have we already seen Spell Stutter Sprite? Did they, like, return a sprite with a ninja, and I'm just being stupid? I mean, it worked. Okay. They're probably just waiting for the first day of class. I mean, we have to go for it. Yeah. Alright, I guess pass the turn. Close. But we ran out of resources there. Now opponent is untapped. They're going to be able to draw more cards with Ninja here. We can probably concede just to save time. We're not going to be able to win this game. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, the Invoker would have been fine there. Oh, wow. Look at that. More Spell Stutter sprites. Yeah, they had it for sure. Alright, let's bring in Pyroblast. Goblin Caves. The Goblin Caves haven't seemed very good. Let's not bring in the Goblin Caves here. Bring in Reaping the Graves, though. Yeah, opponent had everything. You're right. They had a super good hand there, and we were still really close. One land. We will mulligan this. Okay, we have basically everything we're looking for here. So we'll keep this and get rid of a swamp. Maybe we keep the swamp. I don't know. I like the Chirurgeon to be able to potentially regenerate my dudes. Yeah. Yeah. Super close. If we had this or that or the other thing, we could have done something, but we didn't, so we couldn't. Let's see if we can get a turn 3 win off here. Play Putrid Goblin, and then play Prospector. Try and win on turn 3. We're almost there. Do we need land to do it, or are we just good with what we have? This plays Prospector, sacrifice this 2 mana for first day. So all we need from them is to tap out. And if they're not tapping out, then we're not going for it. All right, going for the Chirurgeon. They want to counter that one, that's fine. And it looks like they're going to spell stutter it. Yep. Oh, if we had land here, we would win the game. Maybe I was supposed to looting. No, because they would have countered that anyway. Or would they have? Maybe they would have just let us discard cards. Well, if we're really lucky, they're going to go for Ninja, and we still have the win. Nope. Opponent is smart. We do get land here. But we're missing on red, so let's Faithless and see if we can find a mountain. Maybe they'll counter it, that's fine too. They don't. Okay, we get Duress and Night's Whisper. So I want to cast the Night's Whisper here, but they could just counter it. I think we'll get rid of Swamp and Whisper and cast Duress. Okay, they go for Accumulated Knowledge. Oh, wow. Look at that hand. Damn. They are good to go. I guess we get rid of Lightning Bolt here. I don't know. Seems like a good hand from the opponent. Maybe we just kill him with Putrid Goblin. Unearth. Okay, so Unearth can get a Prospector back. Bolt-a-Bird likes the hand. It's pretty nice. That is a nice set of cards right there. Okay, they're going to counterspell the Prospector. So let's see here. We have Unearth. Unearth Prospector. We don't have enough mana to go off, though. That sucks. Because they're tapped out. If we had kept the Swamp, we might have been able to go off here. But we would have lost the Matron, so it wouldn't have been guaranteed anyway. We were probably supposed to discard the Matron, keep the Swamp, so we could have gotten to 3 lands. Preordain. And we saw a counterspell. Let's see here. Top. Brutal. "13 minutes left on the clock." We're probably not going to have enough time. We don't have enough time to combo twice. But our Putrid Goblin's still racing. Okay, that ends our race. Oh wow, it's already 2 p.m.? That is ridiculous. Another Putrid Goblin. Let's see here. Can't really attack anymore. I guess we can play Putrid. We could play Matron. Putrid means they won't really be able to, like, counterspell or whatever. Like, they need actual factual counterspell to counter the Putrid. So they're actually going to do that. Okay. We'll unearth the Prospector. Or we could unearth the Putrid again. Let's get the Prospector out here. They want to use another spell on the Prospector there. They'll be nearly empty-handed at that point. And then we can Goblin Matron for another Prospector. First day of class. We're almost there. Okay, so they have 2 blue elemental blasts in hand. That's pretty good. No cards in hand with the Augur. That's good for us. Gonna attack for 1. We go to 17. And they have double blue elemental blast. Oops. There we go. So, is this going to resolve? Nope. We got a counterspell out of their hand. Very nice. And return the swamp. And pass turn back. They only have 1 blue elemental blast left. We've really run them out of resources here. The Augur of Bolas missing has definitely helped. No Ninja has helped quite a bit. Okay, no Ninja still. Nice. And they pass back. So they have 1 counterspell we know about. Let's Faithless. We have 2 lands here we can discard. Night's Whisper. Okay, so we'll Night's Whisper after this. Get rid of a Chirurgeon and a Swamp. Nice. Reaping the Graves. Sweet card. That might be able to get us back in the game. Of course, with 11 minutes on the clock to win 2 games, that's going to be really tough. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand, 1 unknown. Oh, we get a second first day in class. That is so good. Alright, let's start with first day, and then we'll first day again. Okay, they get rid of that one. We still have 2 mana left. We can sacrifice Prospector to Reaping the Graves after that. Okay. Okay, they have another counterspell. Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, that works. They found the counter magic. So I targeted Putrid. Let's go get Prospector, Putrid, Matron, and Chirurgeon. That should be all of them. No, there's another one. One more. So that's all the creatures we out of the graveyard we get to bring back to hand. Pretty good. We don't have any mana here. We're not going to want to sacrifice the Prospector to play Prospector, so we'll just pass. Just a cool draw 6. Yeah, I liked it. We're going to take a bunch of damage here. Oh, nice Pyroblast. All right. Putrid Goblin. Goblin Chirurgeon. Okay, they're going to kill the Putrid Goblin in response, so I guess we'll make a mana. Oops. That was me stalling the game there. So we have 2 first day of class left in the deck. We're in a bit of trouble if we don't find one. We do have at least one. We took one of them out, so we have 1 Shred Memory still in the deck. And we do have Pyroblast ready to go. We can just sacrifice one of our Putrid Goblins, and Pyroblast is ready. We have blocks for both of these creatures, and I think we're winning the race. Maybe not. They can just attack in the air and then not worry about anything else. So maybe, yeah, they're still winning the race. Not what I was looking for here. Do we play the land or do we keep it for a potential Faithless Looting? Probably keep it in hand. We could Goblin Matron. Okay, let's get one of the invokers in hand, ready to kill. Okay, all we're missing now is first day. So yeah, we're going to pass with these things in hand. So if we get Faithless Looting, we can potentially draw into first day. We're going to be hitting the 7-hour mark in a moment. I was saying at the 6-hour mark that was the longest I'd ever been on a stream in a row. Don't think I'm going to be doing another double league while we still have these lag issues. Each league taking over 3 hours. Rough. "24-hour stream." Yeah, no. Are we supposed to Pyroblast the ninja so they put the spell stutter sprite down? Probably, right? I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about it. Okay, they have one card left in hand. If it isn't Counterspell, we win with a first day. They need Counterspell or Blue Elemental Blast, Hydro Blast, whatever. And we need specifically to draw a way to find the first day. And we do not. We miss. Okay, so we're not quite dead on board. I guess we play the Bloodfell Caves, gain a life, and pass. Because we have nothing else to do. I guess we could play Flamewave Invoker. Alright, pass. So we need 2 triggers off of this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not even close to the mana I need yet. Playing Skirk might be enough. Maybe if I played it last turn. So this is not lethal. Play Snow-Covered Island and bolt our face and we die. Huh, Pyroblast, huh? I mean, the Prospector is basically neutral mana as far as the Invoker is concerned, correct? We have no choice. We must attack all, basically. Because we're dead next turn, for sure. They have Spell Stutter Sprite, we're dead. So we attack with everything that has power. If they double block the Flamewave Invoker, that's a problem. If they double block the Flamewave Invoker, then we spend all the mana to do all the damage, but some of our creatures won't get through. But I guess we have the Pyroblast to kill one of the Augurs in the end. So yeah, let's attack with everything with power. Okay, so they are double blocking there. We can sacrifice the Chirurgeon, or we can Pyroblast. Either one costs 1 mana, basically, so there's no real difference. Choose target creature, sacrifice to regenerate. Okay, do we have enough? Oh, we missed by like 1? So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we miss. Close game. So we had an amazing start, 3-0, and then crashed in the last 2 matches. Had an amazing time with this deck. I thought it was super, super fun, and I would highly recommend it, but the lag was absolutely brutal. And the amount of clicks that go into the combo is obscene. So do keep that in mind. The deck is super cool, it's really fun to play, but it's going to be very frustrating if your opponent decides to try and clock you out. It is definitely a strategy that can work versus this deck. The combo takes a long time.